So, fresh off of Amazon's box truck or van or whatever you want to call it, delivery vehicle, is a Protmex or Protmex. I don't know how you would pronounce it, but we have a digital laser or light reflecting tachometer. So what did I get this for? I got two ceiling fans. I bought them at the same time, put them up at the same time. I have a suspicion that one is running a little slow on high speed. So visually, I think I see it, but I need to know for sure how slow it really is running. So I decided to get a digital tachometer to verify if my assumption is correct. So we got a digital tachometer here. It's got a backlight, data hold, auto shutdown, RPM measurement, maximum measurement, average speeds. It's got data logging in it. It can store up to 100 datas or selections. And it has multiple units of measurement. So it'll give you a RPM, and of course you can go meters per minute, I believe it is. Meters per second, feet per minute, and so on and so on. But I'm only interested in RPM. So let's take this out of the box. I've already opened it and put the batteries in it and all that other good stuff. So comes in a pre-case, nice little soft case, and it holds all your destruction manuals. And here's the unit itself. We'll turn it on, turn the backlight on, so it gives you a nice display that you can read. And this is the firing order, or the end of it. So when you hit the measure button, it shines the light, which bounces off a sticky reflective strip that you attach to something, so you can get a measurement. And then I got a extra pack of reflective strips that'll come in handy. And then you get the destruction manual, and then you get a little Phillips screwdriver so you can take the back off so you can put the batteries in. So that's that. So what I want to do is right now is take a measurement of this fan, which I've already put a strip on. So we'll take a measurement here, and it's got a data hold so you can get the measurement so you can read it at a later time. Not long, before power off. So all we got to do to use this little gadget is it's got to be within a certain range. I believe that the manual does state of how far away you can be, but close enough where you don't get entangled to anything spinning, and yet not too far away where it won't read. But this will tell you whether it's getting a signal or not. So we'll turn the backlight back on, and then we'll take a measurement of my already pre-applied label. So this fan is reading about 224 RPM. So now what I'll do now is I'll go to my other ceiling fan and take its RPM reading. So I'll be right back. So I'm back from taking the measurement from the other fan. Just to remind you that both fans are on high and are spinning in the same direction. And the other fan on high is only spinning at 175. So the other fan was 224. So 224 minus 175. It's spinning at 49 RPMs slower. So what that tells me is, yes, it is running slower. So how am I going to fix it? Well, you're probably going to say, well, maybe your fan is dirty. There's a lot of buildup on the fan blades. True, that can slow a fan down, but the fans are clean. They're so clean you can eat off of them. So what does that mean? So either a couple of situations are happening. Either the physical change switch is faulty, or the capacitor inside is failing. So all ceiling fans have a capacitor inside, and that's what regulates the speed depending on you're selecting. So, high, medium, low. So each selection of the switch activates a different portion of the capacitor. So a ceiling fan capacitor comes in various different wires and microfarads and stuff like this. So these particular Hampton Bays, they got a 4, a 5, and a 6 microfarad capacitor, and are a 5-wire capacitor. So you got 2 wires, which are common, and then you got your actual speed wires. So just for experimental indulgence, I decided to go up 1 microfarad on each speed selection. So I didn't really find a lot of information on what changing values of the capacitor does. Some people say it makes the fan spin faster, but others say it makes the fan have more torque, so it can maintain speed. So like I said, the original capacitors of the ceiling fans is a 4, a 5, and a 6. So I went up 1, a 5, a 6, and a 7. So I went up 1, which is not really going to make a huge difference in the fan performance, but just to see if it does give it a little bit more oomph. So you're going to say, well, why don't you put the biggest honking capacitor you get at? Well, first of all, physical size. You're only going to stick so much of a capacitor up in the wire housing of the ceiling fan. So the bigger the capacitor, the bigger the number, the bigger the capacitor is, and then of course this little box is going to be huge. So, space constraints. So I only went up 1. Whether it helps it or hurts it, I don't know. We'll find out. So all I got to do is, of course, disassemble the fan. I'll have a video on that of taking the fan apart, doing a little snippy, taking the capacitor out and putting this one on. And you see these little oddball little things that are on it? These are these, like, dreaded, oh my God, they're the most awful thing in the world. These are Wago connectors. These are the legit ones. And these sort of replace the wire nut. So these things are pretty cool, and they're a little pricey for what they are. But if you don't want to be bothered, getting wire nuts and twisting the wires all together and blah blah blah, you just want to make it a quick and easy job. These are it. And since the ceiling fan doesn't use a lot of amperage, it's not high wattage, you're not going to draw a lot of current. These little Wago connectors are the best. So all you got to do is strip the wire back about 11 millimeters, and then all you got to do is just open up the Wago connector. So it looks like that. You stick your wire in till it bottoms out, and just snap it shut, and you're done. And you get a secure connection. So we got one that's already done, and I'm not exaggerating the physical movement. I'm literally trying to pull the wire out. I mean, if you know, Hulk Hogan it, you will rip the wire out, but for what little bit of movement is going to be in there, it's not going to come out. It's a secure connection. So, enough rambling on about ceiling fans and capacitors and digital tachometers. So I'll have a video on changing the capacitor out, and then we will revisit the speed test here. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.